How's it going, everybody? Today we are doing a very long run at Montana de Oro State Park in Central Coast, California. This is the location of a 50K race I'm doing in about 2 weeks, something like that. And I kind of messed up my long run a few days ago, so right now I'm trying to make it good. So we need to do 24 miles and we need to do a lot of climbing. So we're going to start off. It's about 6:15 in the morning, and we are going to start out by climbing Valencia Peak and Oats Peak. So let's get going before I talk myself out of this. All right. Alright, we made it to our first peak today before the sun crests the ridge to the east. So making okay time. I will not make it to the top of Oats Peak before the sun comes up, but that's fine. I kind of knew that. Real quick, I want to let you know what I'm doing today. I really hope to get in 5 summits today, but 5 summits on 2 peaks. So what I intend to do is climb Valencia Peak, then Oats Peak, then drop down into Coon Canyon or Coon Creek Canyon. Then I'm going to come back up Valencia Peak and Oats Peak, back down to Coon Canyon, and then one more time up to Valencia Peak, not Oats Peak. That should give me about 24 miles, and I think over 6,000 feet of climbing. So I did this same hike about 2 weeks ago, except I just did Valencia and Oats Peak twice. So I did the loop twice. I did not go up to Valencia a third time. So it's a beautiful morning though. Let's keep going. Let's hit Oats Peak and then get down into that canyon there. Got to keep moving. Got to keep the speed at a decent rate today. So got to kind of mimic race conditions, you know. So let's go. Well, we made it to summit number 2. This is Oats Peak Summit, and we're only a little over 4 miles in, and we've already got well over 1,500 feet of climbing. But now we get to drop down into Coon Creek Canyon. So it's going to be a little while before we hit Valencia Peak again. I think it's about the whole loop is I think about 10 to 11 miles. And so we won't hit Valencia again until about mile 12 or 13. So, but doing good. I mentioned that this is my longest training run before the 50K in a few weeks. And this is my second attempt at this run. I headed out on Thursday for a similar run. Today's Monday at a different location, and it just was not clicking that day, that night. It was after work, and I don't know, it was just one of those days that just was not working well for me, and I just couldn't get into it. I felt horrible because I kind of quit. I just decided I would do it later, and I hate that. So, but the thing is, you got to be adaptable when you're training. Things come up, and these things are hard. They take a lot of time. I'll be out here for like 6 hours today probably. So, so you just got to work with it and be adaptable, and you got to be persistent too. And I'm not saying that as a pat on my own back. It's very hard to be out here today, and it's going to only get harder after another couple summits. So, but you know, sometimes things turn around halfway through a run too. So you got to kind of push through that sometimes. So, but we're going to head down. This is a very steep climb. If you've never seen it before, I have a video of me running down this next Coon Creek trail, and I fell and got all bloodied up. So if you want to check out that video, feel free. It's on my channel. So, but let's go. Well, we made it down the Oats Peak Trail without doing any face plants, so that's good. On the right track. We'll see what happens the next time around. So now I'm down at the bottom of Coon Creek Canyon, and it's always cold here. It's like a canyon that doesn't get quite as much sun. It's always like 5-10 degrees colder down here. So we're gonna get out of here, and right now I'm heading towards the Rattlesnake Trail. We could take the easy way and take Coon Creek Trail all the way down, but we're not here to take the easy way. We're here to climb. So I'm gonna cut off on the Rattlesnake Trail in about 1.5 miles, which, guess what? It starts climbing again. So Rattlesnake Trail will connect up with the Badger Trail, and then we're heading up Valencia Peak again. So we're moving forward. Slowly but surely. We've completed the first loop. So up Valencia Peak to Oats Peak, down into Coon Creek, up the Rattlesnake Trail, up the Badger Trail. Now we're at the Valencia Peak Trail again. Not the trailhead by the car, but where the Badger Trail connects to Valencia Peak. And I think we're at about 10 miles right now. I'm feeling tired already. So the next 14 miles are going to be tough. This is a really steep climb too, so I'm just going to take it slow. But there's no way in hell I am stopping today. So we're going up this thing again, actually 2 more times. So one thing I'll say though is I could not have asked for better weather. This is just perfect weather right now. Nice high clouds, not too warm, probably about 63, 64 degrees, probably 62 actually. Great day to be out for a run. So I'm happy to be out here. in these really tough runs, it's really important to just stay positive. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just stay positive. Got some good podcasts to listen to. It's just beautiful out here. So let's keep going. Not quite at the top of Valencia Peak right now because there's some people up there and I didn't want to disturb them. It was a mom and her son. I kind of wanted to let them have the peak to themselves. But we just made it to the top of Valencia a second time. That's the third summit today. And now I'm heading back down the trail to the Oats Peak Trail. And in about a mile and a half, we'll start climbing again. So, yeah, feeling tired, but feeling, there's a book I have about ultra running called Relentless Forward Progress. And that's what I have in my head right now. It's relentless forward progress. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So don't feel too bad right now, but I know it's going to get harder. So got to stay positive. Let's go. We're at the top of Oats Peak again. This is the fourth summit today. Climbing's getting pretty tough. These are steep hills and rocky, so we're gonna keep going though. Okay, I was just at the top of Oats Peak and I was gonna do a short video there, but then somebody came up and I don't like filming in front of people, and that person probably didn't want to see that either, so I want to kind of respect the fact that we're out here in nature. So but I do want to stop. I need to get some nutrition in me. I've been eating and drinking as I run, but I was going to show you a couple things, so I'm going to set that up on this bench and show you real quick. I've been trying some new things with nutrition and they've been working really well, so I'm going to show you a couple of them. Okay, so we've got a few things here that I want to show you. One of the best nutrition things I've run across lately is the liquid I'm drinking right now, and it's I'm using Tailwind Nutrition right now. This is an orange flavor, but I think that has made a huge difference in my recovery time after runs. So if you're good enough about drinking enough liquid, then sometimes I'm not, but if you are, I feel like my recovery's been way faster. So also probably a lot better hydration because there's a lot of electrolytes and stuff. But to help with the hydration, I've been trying these things. These are salt stick fast chews, and they sound disgusting, salt stick, but these are actually tart orange flavor. It tastes like candy, but they've got a whole bunch of sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium electrolytes that you need to absorb the liquid. So I probably don't need that with the Tailwind Nutrition, but as far as hydration is concerned, that's always a problem I have. So I've been trying these lately, but I'm not a huge fan of them, but these honey stinger waffles, they're pretty good. I mean, they're tasty, but they just taste like candy to me. So as far as like the nutrition, it's got a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of sugar, not much protein. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the best thing, but I like to bring things that I like to eat because you need to take in nutrition, you need to take in calories. So if you like to eat it, just bring it. That's also why I have this thing here. This is a nut butter filled Cliff Bar. This one's a coconut almond butter. I think it's really good. In fact, I think I like it better than the honey stingers. So, and they're easier to eat too. So two more things I've got. I love smoked almonds, and so I get these at Trader Joe's and just put them in a little baggie. I feel like I need salt when I run, and the nuts, they've got some protein, so that's a good one. Last one, and one of my favorites, I make my own tofu jerky sometimes, but I am vegan. I don't eat beef jerky or anything, so I get the Stonewall's jerky. I don't like the way they spell that, but I just get a variety pack, and they're all pretty similar though, even though they're like 6 different flavors. But pretty good. Again, bring things that you want to eat. It's not like necessarily like a health thing at all. It's just to get calories down, it's to eat things. Plus it has some sodium. So I think I'm gonna have one of these bars and some of the nuts, and I need to keep heading down. I can't stop for too long. So, but I wanted to share the nutrition thing with you real quick. So nutrition is like one of the most important things about doing these long distance runs. You've gotta take in enough liquid and nutrition. So gotta get going. All right. We are at 16 and a half miles, and mentally I'm done. And I still have, what, 7.5 miles to go. It's good to keep in mind when those times come up. This is the longest long run in my training, that the whole purpose of these long runs is to prepare you mentally. So I know I'm purposely putting myself into a position that will be difficult and that I need to push through no matter what. And I'm not trying to be, again, pat myself on the back, but saying this as a tip, if you're ever, training for an endurance event, that's the whole point, is to be uncomfortable and to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's okay. You just can't stop. So, yeah, I'm pretty tired, but I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna be uncomfortable. I'm already there. That's fine. Gonna finish it though. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel like this is exactly why I'm here. It's to be where I'm at right now, uncomfortable. And the other good thing is that oftentimes the training runs or training rides, whatever it is, whatever you're training for, are harder than the actual event. And this might actually be the case too. This is going to be one of the hardest runs I've ever done today, right now. So, but the actual 50K may not be that difficult. So we'll see. Let's finish this thing. 8 more miles, 7.5 more miles. It's like a 10K, a little more than a 10K. Let's go. Okay, I just got down the 3rd summit of Valencia Peak and the 5th summit of the day, including the other 2 summits of Oats Peak. I am just wiped out. Like 20.5 miles. I have to hit 24 today, so I might need to pick up a little bit of distance somewhere. So we'll see how that goes, but feeling a little nauseous too. Trying to drink more liquid. I just ate that honey stinger, that waffle thing I showed you a little earlier. I think that helps getting something down. But I just ran into another guy training. He's going up and down Valencia Peak 5 times. So kind of similar to what I'm doing, except I think he'll actually get more elevation gain, but less mileage. So brutal stuff. I think we've broken 6,000 vertical feet of climbing today, which is like climbing the standard trail up to the top of Mount Whitney. It's a lot of climbing. Half Dome's not even that much. So anyway, I feel very good about this. I just need to get back to the car and get another like 3.5 miles in. So look at this view though, it's just beautiful. So let's keep going. Let's finish this thing. I am at about 21.5 miles right now. And I need to get 24. And guess what? this BB trail here. It'll take almost 2.5 miles to get to the ranch house, which is about where I'm parked. So that'll give me 24 miles exactly. So we're gonna head down the BB trail to the ranch house. What an incredibly peaceful place to end. I just need to run back up to the car, but this place is amazing. I could go to sleep here right now. I better get moving or else I will. Well, we did it. 24 miles and I don't even know how many feet of elevation. At least 6,200 feet, which may be a record for me in a single day. I certainly hope the 50K is not as hard as this was. This was pretty hard. So, but such a good training run. Even without the 50K, this was probably the hardest run I've ever done. Hardest trail run, at least. And definitely the most climbing. So I don't know. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. I hope you kind of enjoyed seeing some of the suffering and hearing about the mental tactics to get around that. But that's it for now. I need to drive home and I need to drink some more water.